Alright, so one of the things that I do, y'all, I teach people how to solve the twists and turns of life by teaching people how to solve the twists and turns of Rubik's Cube. I just graduated from the greatest university on the face of the planet, FAMU, with a PhD in educational leadership. It's all about the grace of God, a whole bunch of prayer, a whole bunch of blessings. So I got 5 minutes, so I'm gonna show y'all the 5 steps of how I did it, y'all. The first step is to believe. If you want to accomplish anything in this thing called life, you gotta have confidence in yourself, y'all. That's an African proverb that say a person who say they can and a person who say they can't are both usually right. I grew up in Atlanta. Nobody in my family ever graduated from high school. And I thought it was a deep miracle that I could earn my PhD, but I had people who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and I borrowed their belief, y'all. And when I borrowed their belief, y'all, they pushed me across the finish line, so you gotta have belief in yourself. And I see a lot of people who pick up the Rubik's Cube, and they say, I can't solve it, it's too hard. By show of hands, how many people have ever picked up the Rubik's Cube and thought it was too difficult to solve? Now, you gotta have belief in yourself. I teach kids, believe it or not, it's easier for me to teach little kids how to solve Rubik's Cubes because they haven't trained themselves that it's hard to solve it yet. Adults, they know it's hard. So you gotta have that belief if you want to accomplish your goals, dreams, and aspirations. So after we believe in ourselves, y'all, step number 2 is solving your Rubik's Cube. Step number 2 of solving your life is to solve your cross. Now, solving your cross means to identify your why, your reasons. Y'all, what motivates you? What inspires you to be the best version of yourself, y'all? So one thing about me, y'all, I'm a full-time single father of 2 beautifully troublemaker babies. And my children, y'all, they looking up with me. They following in my footsteps, y'all. So if I quit, if I go in the towel on anything that I do to my children, I got full permission to quit, go in the towel. And I can't have that, y'all. I can't let that be on my conscience. So my children are one of my whys. They're one of my reasons. And my parents, my mama, she died a week before my 26th birthday from ovarian cancer. She looking down on me, y'all. She never had the opportunity to graduate from high school. But I make her proud every single day by adopting her hard work ethic and putting it into everything that I do in my life. She works 12-hour shifts, 5 days a week to take care of 2 boys, and we never appreciated her efforts until we had kids out home. Now, I don't know if y'all can see it, y'all, but the cross resembles a plus sign. This will keep you charged up in this journey called life, y'all. I'm telling you, they're going to be the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, but you're going to need something to keep you focused and centered on your why. It's going to keep you pushing it and going towards your goals, dreams, and aspirations. Now, after we solve our cross, y'all, step number 3 of solving your Rubik's Cube is to fill in your corners. Now, filling in your corners means to surround yourself with people who are going to push you and motivate you to be the best version of yourself. You're an average of the people that you surround yourself with. Yo, we just got out of COVID, right? And they had this rule of 6 feet of separation. If you was around somebody who was sick, chances are you can get sick. But success principles work the same way. If you want to be successful, you got to hang around successful people. As a matter of fact, y'all, everybody in my circle, everybody who I call a friend is smarter than me. A lot of times we get intimidated by people who are smarter than us, y'all. But when I'm around my friends, I learn new information, I gain new insight about this thing called life, and then push me across the finish line and earn a PhD and operate my own business. Right? So, in addition to surrounding ourselves with positive people, we gotta watch what we put into our body, what we put into our mind and our spirit. A lot of times we think our diet is just the foods that we eat, right? But our diet is also stuff that we put into our brains and that we put into our spirits. We got cell phones all day. We got these things called smartphones, and a lot of people don't use their smartphone to make them smarter. We just scroll and we waste away time on frivolous things, y'all. We gotta use that time, valuable time, by investing in ourselves to perfect our crafts and our skill sets. Y'all see, after we fill in the corners, y'all, we got a whole side of the Rubik's Cube solved. That's a solid foundation. Now, step number 4 of solving your Rubik's Cube. Step number 4 of solving your life is to take it to the next level. Now, can I get everybody in this bar tonight to say, take it to the next level?
Take it to the next level.
Now, taking it to the next level simply means to keep getting better. Keep growing. There is no such thing as perfection, y'all. Once you plant your flag at the top of a mountain, that's not the bottom of a new mountain. Y'all heard my bachelor's degree. I said I could have quit, I could have threw in the towel and said nobody in my family ever could accomplish this goal. But I knew God had something inside of me that I wanted to maximize, y'all. I wanted to maximize my skill sets and my talents. And I don't think you can be the best servant unless you maximize your skill sets and your talents by continuously developing yourself. Now, after we keep getting better, after we take it to the next level, y'all, we got 2/3 of our Rubik's Cube solved. Now, the fifth and the final step of solving your Rubik's Cube and of solving your life is to see the bigger picture. Now, seeing the bigger picture simply means to keep your commitment to your commitments. When you say you're going to do something, y'all, we got to see it through to fruition. And I had to take my own advice, y'all. I came to FAMU in 2009. And I flunked out at FAMU. As a matter of fact, I went to Georgia State. I got a 0.0 GPA at Georgia State right now. Y'all, and then I heard some words by Les Brown. Les Brown, he told me, he said, just because you failed, it does not mean that you are a failure. You can always bounce back from your trials and your tribulations. And that's what I decided to do, y'all. I went back to FAMU, but I was focused. Y'all. I was sitting on the front row in every one of my classes because all the kids who was making straight A's was sitting on the front row in their classes. I was going to my professor's office early and often, because the kids who was making straight A's was going to their professor's office early and often. So I got my bachelor's degree. By the grace of God and a whole bunch of prayer, I got my master's degree. And last year, I'm so proud to say, I'm so honored to say this, y'all. I just earned my PhD from the greatest university on the face of the planet, FAMU. And I use my journey, y'all. I use my journey and tell people that life gonna throw you a whole bunch of twists and turns, y'all. I went through a nasty, ugly divorce and left me a 4-time single father, 2 beautifully troublemaking babies. My mama died a week before my 26th birthday, and my dad died when I was in my PhD program. But a lot of times, God gives the heaviest burdens to the strongest soldiers, right? I use that pain and I turned it into power. A lot of people quit when they go through trials and tribulations. I said, nah, it's too many people who invested in me, and I gotta make them proud. I gotta make them proud. So I decided to keep twisting and turning, and I got to a point where y'all, I solved my Rubik's Cube. Now that's a bonus skill. Have you ever seen somebody try to solve a Rubik's Cube by taking the stickers off? Yeah. See, if you take the stickers off the Rubik's Cube, all you're gonna do is end up with a one Rubik's Cube. But if you follow these steps I just outlined, y'all, number one, you gotta believe in yourself, y'all. A lot of people got goals, but they don't have the belief to back up their goals. If you don't have belief, you might as well go in the towel. It ain't gonna happen for you if you don't believe in yourself. Step number 2, you gotta know your why. Know your reasons. Y'all, my parents looking down on me every day. I want to make them proud. My kids looking up at me every day. I gotta make them proud, y'all. I gotta make them proud. Step number 3, surround yourself with people who gonna make you a better version of yourself. I stay having quality people in my circle. If you know something more than me, I gotta befriend you. I stay having people in my circle who know more than me. Step number 4 is always a mission to keep getting better in this thing called life. I never see myself as a perfectionist. I never see myself as a person who made it. I'm always trying to get better in this thing called life. And step number 5, y'all, you gotta keep your commitment to your commitments and push it through the trials and tribulations. I want to thank y'all for this opportunity to serve. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all be great like the lakes. Y'all be blessed like the sneeze. Peace and blessings. Love and light.